Okay, we're back. Alright, the Adventures of Kered Larae. We've just received direction from Gorion to acquire what equipment he needs in order to prepare to leave Candlekeep. Which is rather strange considering Kered has almost spent his entire life here. But it is just the opportunity that Kered wanted to begin his adventuring life. So he decides to take advantage of it and enter the...
Of course! I wouldn't dream of refusing. My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Hello there, young one. Come to visit your old pal Winthrop, have you? Well, don't forget the 5,000 gold piece book entry fee as per Candlekeep custom budget. Kered is, he knows Winthrop and he knows he's a big kidder. You always were the big kidder, Winthrop. That gets funnier very nearly every time I hear it. Well, perhaps not once. Aw, just having a bit of fun with you, my friend. The monks may be walking about with poles in their nethers. But you know you're always welcome here in my cell. Ryan did well by you, he did. So is there anything I can do for you? Some drinks? A room to sleep? Or anything to buy? Sure. Okay. So, Kered's not tired, so he doesn't need to sleep. He could buy a few items, but we'll see. Could buy some alcohol, but maybe in a minute. And he's not a thief, so he's not going to steal anything. Okay, he already has a quarterstaff, as we saw earlier. Guess it would make sense for him to buy himself a dagger. And not really a throwing dagger or darts. He's not proficient. Again, he's not proficient with slings either, but it might be useful to have a ranged weapon, and there's nothing really else he can buy that he can use. So, buy a dagger, a sling, and some bullets. And a few more bullets than that, actually. That should be enough. And he can have some fire wine. Here's from Winthrop. Lots of trouble down in Nashkel. Monsters or some such are said to be killing the workers at the Nashkel mines. Bad news for smiths, or anyone that needs tools to make a living. And that sounds like an interesting adventure opportunity that Kered might want to pursue. Alright. Well, I think that's enough. So, one thing I may have mentioned before is that Kered is a very neurotic person. And so I'm going to reflect that in his character by obsessively organizing his inventory. Not all the time, mind you, but enough. Okay. Staff, dagger, sling, and some bullets.
Oh, yes!
Let's see. The only thing left to do would be to get ready for the journey. And I suppose the thing to do would be to say goodbye to people I'll be leaving behind. And, that would seem like there's nothing to do. Okay, well, here's Fiddlia.
Hello there.
Oh, hello. Hey, have you seen my copy of the History of Halrua anywhere? You know how I can't stand the constant shuffling of arthritic feet up to the library. So I thought I'd get a bit of fresh air just east of here, and, oh, I hate being so absent-minded. Please, if you find it, I really do need it back. Alright, so I'm looking for Fiddlia's The History of Halrua. Alright, what's this? Tutor.
Hello, child.
He's giving tips.
Shall we continue your lessons?
So we don't need to do that. And the cow, what do they have to say? Very insightful. Okay. And east priest quarters. Maybe Kered can pick up some healing supplies. Something's up.
Hello?
Oh, goody goody. I've gone and found you first. You are the ward of Gorion, no doubt. Kered, sure, I am. What can I do for you? Oh, our encounter shall be quite simple for you. Plainly put, I have made it my mission to end your life. Success will mean a little respect among my peers. So you see, you can do very little, except die. Oh, that's pretty gruesome. Kered defending himself now.
I'll crust your just as I will. Make you dead and done.
Taking a swipe. Fighting. Oh. Striking down Shank with his quarterstaff. And Kered is greatly traumatized by this, considering he's never killed anyone. And he was not only just injured, but killed a man with his quarterstaff. In such a state of shock, he leaves the building without following the golden rule of adventurers and looting the body. Upon leaving, Parda approaches him and says, "Kered Larae, you cut yourself above the brow there. What is wrong, child? Something in your eyes tells me that something is very wrong indeed." Kered's not gonna lie. Well, Parda, there was a man in there. He smelled like the stables, and he tried to kill me. It was horrible. Hurry then, child. Equip yourself at the inn and go join Gorion on the steps of the library. I had a sense something like this might happen. Kered shaken, not knowing what to do. Just
Onward then!
And sees a interesting fellow named Dreppen. Walks up to him.
What do you need?
Filia left one of her books in here again. It's in the hay there besides the cow. If you could run her over to her and then come back, I've got some plans for you. Well, Kered, just wanting to take his mind off of the horrible event that just happened, decides to take the book, the history of Harua, out of the hay, and bring it back to Filia. Okay, so being injured in that fight, taking 1 point hit point damage, which at this point is 25% of his health.
Hello there.
My book! Oh, you remind me of Gorion when you grin like that. Raising you has been hard on him, I know, but he says it's a toil of love, a toil of destiny even. Odd thing to say. You must be a very special child indeed that draws such praise from a man of his silent nature. Here, take this little gem of mine. Maybe Winthrop will give you a little something for it. And Kered, being his bookbinding skills and his complete fascination with reading, would rather have kept the book, but it was Filia's, so we might as well keep it. Being rewarded with a lynx eye gem. Returns to the center.
Task at hand. My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
That's very nice. Alright, 7 gold pieces. Not bad. Selling that. And, actually, I don't think I've ever prepared spells for him. No, I didn't. Okay, what would seem reasonable? Considering he was just attacked, it would make sense for him to have a spell to defend himself with. And considering he has a general compulsion against killing unless it's absolutely necessary, Color Spray would be a good choice, considering that it, stuns opponents. 1 to 6 creatures. Area of effect, must make a saving throw or be rendered unconscious. You know, that seems like a much more humane alternative. That and a familiar. He wants a familiar to keep him company, considering he, other than Gorion, he doesn't have any companions that he'll be taking with him that he knows of. And this is all the details of the familiar spell. And we'll see, let's see, neutral good. That's just his alignment. He'll be eating a pseudo-dragon. Armor class 0, which in 3rd edition terms is 20. 1d6 damage, 13th echo, regenerates hit points, 50% magic resistance, can cast Blur, and has a movement rate of 10. That's interesting. We'll see what we name our familiar when we do indeed summon him. Okay, so resting at the inn to recover from the injury that he just sustained. Kered does not want to sleep in the peasant quarters, so he's opting for a merchant room for 3 gold pieces. Alright, recovering his health. And now with spells prepared. Considering there's no prohibition against using magic by the Candlekeep, he decides to summon his familiar. And he summons his pseudo-dragon. Oh, what's your name, little guy?
As you will.
The small dragon-like creature flutters its wing tablet, looking at you with an almost kaleidoscope eyes. You wish something, it awaits your attention, tail flickering. Let's see. Put him in my pack. You can play with it. Ask him for advice. Say how he's doing. Let's play with it. Dragon coos with delight, its multicolored eyes whirling as you pat its warm, leathery hide. You are very kind to me, my lord, it purrs. Happy pseudo-dragon. Kered's at a loss for what to name it, though. I guess he'll call it, In fact, he'll think about that. Kered, and that's very much an aspect of Kered, is that he overthinks everything. So, it'll probably take him a long time for him to actually name his pseudo-dragon from now. And just for safety's sake, he puts him in a spot for now. Its eyes brighten and it practically leaps into your arms, ready to be stored amongst your belongings where it can sleep, and occasionally poke its head.
Something you need.
And he's gained an item, which is his familiar. Okay, and he can release it when he decides to do so. Okay.
Ready and
Familiar,
able.
Shares its hit points with its master. Kered now has 10 hit points, which is very helpful. As for his pseudo-dragon, I don't know how many hit points. Oh, it has 12 hit points. That's useful. It's actually a bit tougher than he is.
Yes. Of course.
Alright, all that aside,
I wouldn't dream of
going to
refusing.
meet up with Gorion now. There are other things that I have played through the Baldur's Gate series before, and there are other things that he could do.
Greetings, young one.
Toro approaches Kered and says, Gorion has been looking for the young one. Fair enough.
When shadows
The Lord of
descend
murder
upon
shall
the land,
perish,
our
but in his
divine
doom
laws
the
will
Lord of murder shall
shall
appoint who brought him, but in his doom chaos will be shown from their passage. So saith the wise alone from their passage.
alongside us as
So saith the wise alone.
so saith the great Alondo.
So saith the great Alondo.
As I was saying, there are other things that you can do in Candlekeep to prepare for your journey, but considering we're doing this from a role-playing perspective, Kered has little reason to spend too much time here. He would like to get out to the road and start adventuring. What's this?
Hey, it's me, Emmoen.
Emmoen, a childhood friend. She says, I'm surprised that stuffy old Gorion let you away from your studies and chores. That old fiddle-faddle. I snuck off too. Old Tough Guts Winthrop was looking for me, but I got all day to do his chores. You have time for a story today? No, I can tell you don't. What have you been up to? Responding by saying, I'm afraid I cannot chat today, little one. My foster father wishes me to prepare for a journey, but will not say too more. Little one? I'm not much younger than you, though you sure got tall fast. Relatively, anyway. A journey, eh? I never get to travel. Wish I could go with you. Yep, I really wish I could. Yes, sir, I really do. Alright, Emmoen. Alright, I get the message. I'll ask if you can go with us. Oh, don't be silly. Gorion would never even let you finish the sentence. Especially after what the letter of his said, or... Did I say that? No, of course I didn't. Never saw no letter. Nope. Just get back to work now. You better go. Gorion is waiting. So Emmoen obviously knows something about letter, but he's not willing to talk about it.
Whatever I can do to help.
Oh well. And, that is Gorion. So, let's save. Okay, talking to Gorion.
Oh, my child, I am glad I have found you.
And actually, my timer is going off, so this has been fun, and we'll stop the video here. Look forward to continuing the Let's Play with you. So, take care and see you soon.